Okay. Now it's fine.
Yeah.
It is going to. Yeah. Yeah, team. This is the contents with respect to this presentation. Uh, you're also in control, Hani. Okay. Yeah. What is drug and what is a medical device and what is in vitro diagnostics and what is the difference between the drug and devices. Today, these contents I am going to cover here. You all people aware the drug with respect to there is a two types which is there. There is a drug substance and a drug product. The drug substance is like a active pharmaceutical ingredient, and drug product is a dossier. You people are in the day-to-day activities using the capsules, tablets, syrups. These and all they will call the drug product. Yeah, coming to the drug substance, which are the material they are going to use in the drug product. That is, they will call the drug substance. The other, another name is also called the active pharmaceutical ingredient. In the next slide, it will be there. I will show. Yeah. First, we'll go with the what is the drug. Drug is derived based on the chemistry and pharmacology. It means we are going to make it through synthesis. Yeah. Thank you, Mohit. Yeah, drug is derived based on the chemistry and pharmacology. It means a drug is any substance that causes a change in organism physiology or psychology when consumed into the body. Okay. Whenever the drug is a chemically synthesized drug, it is going to the body, and the body will give impact on your organisms, even though physically and psychology when consumed into the body. This is they will call the drug. Even though the drug various type will be there. Sometimes people will say addicted to drug, and sometimes the people, the hospitals and the physicians, they will give the drug to the our based on the condition and based on the our disease. How drug will manufacture? The drug will manufacture based on the starting materials, which is key starting materials and intermediates that they will call as a raw materials, and it will convert into the drug substance. The drug substance they will call as a bulk drug or active pharmaceutical ingredient (API). Once the API is prepared, based on the API, it will goes to the drug products. The drug product means like a final dosage, like a tablets, caplets, syrups, ointments. It various type, various formation will be there. Depends on the drug requirements and based on the intended use and intended purpose. The raw materials. What is the raw material? A raw material or intermediate or an API that is used in the production of an API and that is incorporated as a significant structural fragment into the structure of the API. An API starting material can be an article of commerce, a material purchased from one or more suppliers under contract or commercial agreement, or produced in-house. API starting material are normally of defined chemical properties and structure. Here, what they are saying, the raw materials are intermediates, and even though API also raw material to the drug product. That's the reason here they will interpret it, even though API also raw material. How it is this API or intermediate or raw material can be manufactured in-house also, or can be procured a material purchased from one or more suppliers under contract or commercial agreement to manufacture either API, either drug substance, either key starting material, anything, whichever the material using in the drug product or drug substance. These all raw materials, there is a different type of the raw materials also is there, like a liquid raw materials, solid raw materials. You can see methanol. Nowadays we are using so much of the sanitizers. The sanitizers they are using the methanol and glycerin. They will combination and they will preparing the sanitizers. In the same way, so many raw materials like in the paracetamol, we are using the basic raw materials requirements as per the intended use and as per the disease conditions. We are making even though solid state and liquid state and all we are making into the chemical synthesis and it is converting into the API of the paracetamol drug product. Then it is going into the tablets. This is a scenario. And the for example hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid, these and all the basic raw materials which is we are using in the manufacturing processes. Coming to the drug substance, the drug substance they will call the API, and API is called as an active pharmaceutical ingredient. Active pharmaceutical ingredient is nothing but which is we are going to use in the drug product. Why? Because active means that this specific drug substance will be act on your body based on your disease. That's the reason they are calling as an active pharmaceutical ingredient. Any substance or mixture of substances intended to be used in the manufacture of drug, medicinal product, and that when used in the production of a drug becomes an active ingredient of the drug product. Such substances are intended to furnish pharmacological activity or other direct effective in the diagnosis, cure, mitigation, treatment, or prevention of the disease, or to affect the structure and function of the body. You can see, for example, if you are taking a cancer, in the cancer, they are doing a radioactive treatment and even the chemotherapy treatment. Why the chemotherapy they are doing? The chemotherapy means whenever they are doing the chemotherapy activity, they will kill the whatever the white cells, blood cells, red blood cells, and whatever the cancer cells. They will going to dead all the cells, and again they are going to inject the blood. Why? Because those whatever the chemotherapy, it will be going to kill all the cells related in your body, in your blood, and again they are going to inject. Why? The with bad cells also, the good cells also we are going to kill. Why? Because we can't separate. Even though we are doing the plasma therapy also, we can't separate. That's the reason during that cases, the drug substances and the drug product will be the whatever the during the chemotherapy, they will inject the cellulose and so many things, which is going to kill your specific cells, and after that they will inject the blood. You see the examples, paracetamol, levofloxacin. Max to max, all the people, the paracetamol we are using for the fever to control our body temperature and to any viral fevers, those things. And even though nowadays, this pandemic situation, COVID-19 situation also, they are using the paracetamol, Dolo 650, this and all to control our temperature. Yeah, coming to the drug substance, how it will be, what is the chemical synthesis is following into the process. If you see here, might be you are seeing the chemical transformation, how it is going to, and even though sometimes the reagents and catalyst also we are using in the process. If you see this is the aldehyde, why aldehyde? The double bond O will be the aldehyde, and R and H. It's a RCHO. That is they will call the aldehyde. And this aldehyde is reacting with a benzyl or allylic carbonic ester. If you see this up to here, this compound, and R1 C double bond O is bonding with the this bond. It means BOCO is going to exclude, and it is forming the ketone. Why it is ketone? It's a C double bond O, and it is connecting to the one more C. That's the reason it is called ketone. Whenever it is a hydrogen is there, it's a aldehyde. Whenever it is a carbon will be there, it's a ketone. Might be these basic structure information all the people are aware during your intermediate and your plus two or in your pharmacy. Coming to the drug product, the drug product is a final dosage. The drug product means a finished dosage form. For example, tablets, capsules, or solutions that contain a drug substances, generally, but not necessarily in association with one or more other ingredients. It means whenever the drug product, max to max, they are using the drug substance only. Apart of that, they will use the flavors or binders or excipients. Why flavors? If you see some of the tablets, we will get some flavors, orange flavor or strawberry flavor, or some of the tablets will be the very basic properties. We could not able to take inside also, but we have to. Why they are not including their flavors and binders? It is not compatible to with respect to that specific drug substance. That's the reason, based on the drug substance's properties, chemical and physical properties, they are going to include the specific binders, flavors, and excipients, and they will make it into final dosage form. If you see, for example, might be you people are aware with respect to this sterile products. Injectables means whenever if you are going to the hospital, they will take the injection from the one of the bottle, 100 ml bottle or 50 ml bottle, and they will give you the injection. And that is based on their requirement they are filling. If you see the sterile and penem products, it is a liquid form, and with a liquid, it's a solid form, and with the solid, there is a liquid WFI, water for injection also will be sold in the market. Whenever the hospitals, they will mix this WFI water into that specific solid form, and they will inject and they will give the injection to the human body based on the disease. If you see these and all the pictures is reflecting how it will be the formation of the final dosage, so injectables and the capsules, caplets, and syrups. You see how the drug product development will be there, or how they are manufacturing in the manufacturing facilities. We have to understand that these and all the basic requirements. If you see how it is starting, it's a pre-formulation development and a pilot formulation development. It is going to the parallelly pharmacokinetics and pharmacology and toxicology studies, and parallelly the drug product formulation development, and also the specific facility is a CGMP, current good manufacturing practice, manufacturing of clinical supplies. If whatever the facility is there, that is falling under GMP and manufacturing and clinical supplies also. And the facility should have the stability program, and also the clinical supplies and packaging and labeling. And this is one activity, and parallelly one more activity, this is pre-IND meeting and IND submission. The pre-IND meeting, if you who if you are interested in the regulatory, or if you are interested in the quality, might be you people understand what and all the procedures will be there with respect to the submissions. If you see the pre-IND, IND means investigation new drug application. It's like a new drug we are investigating. That's the reason whenever the new product we are developing in the manufacturing facility, if that is there is no specific generic product, might be you people are heard about the generic and innovator product. If you see now the COVID 19, it's a novel viral, right? For this, we are going to generate a new drug. It's like a innovating the new medicine to treat the COVID virus. But there is no existing drug is available in the market. So that's the reason we are calling as an innovator. If suppose already there is existing drug, they said HCQ, hydrochloroquine also we can use, and some paracetamol and remdesivir, so many things is come, but it is not curing our COVID-19 situation. Why? Because the specific the virus related drug is not earlier established. We are going to now developing a new drug. That's the reason that is an innovator. If you see the remdesivir is a generic drug. There is a two terms, generic and innovator. Generic drug means already the similar type of the drug is available in the market or available in the FDA database. Then that we can slightly modify and we can go for the treatment. That is they will call a generic. The generic drug means a lot of the manufacturers is follow the generic only. Innovator means it's a full of the cost involved with respect to the manufacturers. The small companies could not bear the innovating the new drug. Now, this is the case. The pre-IND means this is a investigating new drug. If you see the remdesivir, again they are investigating for the COVID-19 scenario. That's the reason we have to inform to the pre-IND meeting to the US FDA. After that, we can go for the IND submission. This is a process with respect to the regulatory. And coming to the clinical phases, there is a total four clinical phases will be there. Here, coming to the this process, only one phase only is completed. Parallelly, after this, we have to go ahead with the further four studies. If you see now the COVID scenario also, phase two is completed. Now they enter into the phase three. But in the phase 3 also, we are facing some of the deaths in the patients. It's entirely changing the even the virus condition also. That's the reason the phase 3 trials is not yet succeeded, still under progress only. Up to here, the basic drug information. If you see, this is a if coming to the drug, there is so many types. There is a manufacturing is there is an analytical method validations is there, method development will be there, and the supply chain management is there, formulation development is there, API development is there, clinical studies is there, preclinical studies is there, post clinical studies is there. If you go in detail the life cycle management, you will understand how the drug will be the developed. Coming to the medical device, the medical devices, there is a two types. One is a medical device and one is a in vitro diagnostic medical device. What is a medical device? What is a in vitro diagnostic device? Any idea? Anyone have any specific idea? Why they differentiated the medical device and in vitro diagnostic medical devices? Anyone? Yeah, okay. I can explain. The medical device, here the best, just a layman terminology I am telling. The medical device is nothing but which is going to touch to the human body, and in vitro diagnostic will be the, it is a diagnostics laboratory. For example, we are taking the serum sample, blood sample, and we are sending to the laboratory, and they are doing the testing in the laboratory in the various instruments, and by using the different type of the reagents and markers. I can give the best example now with this COVID-19 situation only. They are saying RT-PCR, correct, real time PCR, plasma chain reaction. Okay. Why, even though the blood sample they are taking, and they are adding the reagents, and they are giving the results after 1 day or 2 days. That is a in vitro diagnosis. Whatever the reagents is there, that is a in vitro diagnostics. And whenever the blood sample or your gel sample is taking from the mouth, that is the whatever the equipment or whatever the syringe that is using, that is a medical device. Okay, might be this is a layman language with respect to the medical device and in vitro diagnostics, which is medical device which is touching to the human body, in vitro diagnostic which is not touched to the human body. That's the reason in vitro, and this is a in vivo, in vitro. These two terms can be remember for the your during the interviews or during the discussions. Yeah, medical device definition. This definition, I am going to give the in detail how we are going to define our medical device. Medical device means any instrument, operators, appliance, software, implant, reagent, material, or other article intended by the manufacturer to be used alone or in combination for human beings for one or more of the following specific medical purposes. Might be you understand these four lines. How the medical device we are going to make it? Either that is an instrument, or that is a operators, or that is a appliance, or software, or implant, or reagents, or material, or other articles intended by the manufacturers to be used alone or in combination. Either we can use as a single device, or we can use as a combinational device also. Yeah, if you see the ventilator we are using with the combination. There is a software will be there is a electromechanical will be there, and there is a cables will be there. All we are combining. Even though coming to the your MRI scan machine, CT scan, there is a lot of the combinational devices will be there. But we will think that is only one machine, and they are doing the CT scan and they are giving the report. No, in if you are going to the in detail, there is a software will be there, and there is a electrical will be there, and mechanical will be there, and regulatory is involved, very very important, and the quality also we have to comply with respect to the device. These all we have to think about whenever the device means we have to go in depth thinking. Just okay, the device we can use, not like that. We have to go by about the how, what is n number of questions should raise, then only you can understand how we can interpret the device is which type of the device. And these specific devices which are going to human beings, one or more of the following specific medical purposes. You can see the medical purposes: diagnosis, prevention, monitoring, prediction, prognosis, treatment or elevation of disease. Diagnosis, monitoring, you see all, you can see the similar only, but only one or two terms will be the different. If you see diagnosis, prevention, monitoring, here diagnosis, monitoring, treatment, elevation of a compensation for an injury or disability. Here only the elevation disease only, here any injury or disability. Here any pathological process and psychological processes or state. Investigation, replacement or modification of the anatomy or of a physiological and pathological process or state. Providing information by means of a in vitro examination of specimens derived from the human body, including organ, blood, or tissue donation. If you see, whenever the cancer patients, they will take the small tissue from the human body and they will verify in the laboratory. Why? Because that is a cancer tissue, or to confirm that the reason they will take the tissue. That is here derived from the human body, including organ, blood, or tissue for donations. Sometimes some people will donate the organs from the body to other humans. Medical device which does not achieve its principal intended action by pharmacological and immunological or metabolic means in or on the human body, but which may be assisted in its function by such means, the following products shall also be deemed to be a medical devices. If you see, some of the medical device not achieve our principal intended action, but even though we are considering those as the medical devices. If you see devices for the control or support of conception, products specifically intended for the cleaning, disinfection, or sterilization of devices as referred in Article 1.4. This Article 1.4, we are referring with respect to the EU MDR, European Medical Device Regulations 2017-745. There in Article 4, they have clearly mentioned about how the product specifically intended the cleaning, disinfection, and sterilization of the devices. Okay. Of those referred to in the first paragraph paragraph of this point. It means in the article one of the four, they clearly explained about this specific. Up to here, the basic understanding of the medical device. And here now I am going to talk about the in vitro diagnostic device. Here also, what is the in vitro diagnostic device definition we are going to in detail. In vitro diagnostic medical device means any medical device which is a reagent or reagent product or calibrators, control material, kit, instrument, operators, piece of equipment, software or system, whether used alone or in combination, intended by the manufacturer to be used in vitro for the examination of specimens, including blood and tissue donation derived from the human body, solely or principally for the purpose of providing information one or more of the following conditions. If you see in this IVD, it's like a reagents. As I said, in the during COVID-19, they are using some reagents. Or just a basic example of your blood grouping. Whenever you are giving the blood and they are giving your O positive, O negative, and AB positive, so many things they are giving, right? On what basis they are using the reagents? There is a four type of the reagents they are using, and they are keeping on the uh, glass plate, and they are checking any color change is there, and based on the color change they are giving, yeah, your blood group is A positive, A negative, or AB positive, so many things. That is based on the these reagents or reagent products only. Calibrators, the calibrators is nothing but whenever you are using the instrument in the laboratory, the instrument should be calibrated, and they will give the results based on the calibration only. And control of materials and kits. Now kit, how they will call a kit? If whenever the blood grouping, the four reagents will be there, right? That they will call as a kit. And instruments, whenever the tissue or tissue diagnostics or any molecular biology, so many things, they are using the specific instruments. For that, they will call a total instruments. In the instrument, it's like a based on the electromechanical software combination also will be there. That only they are saying here. alone or in combination. The manufacture to be used in vitro for the examination of the specimen, including blood or tissue, which is donating from the body, from the human body, solely or principally for the purpose of the following conditions. If you see, concerning a physiological and pathological process or state, or concerning congenital physical or mental impairments, and concerning the predisposition to a medical condition or disease. If you see, whenever they are going to surgery, they will check your medical condition or your disease condition. After that, only they will go for the surgery. And to determine the safety and capability with the potential recipients, and to predict treatment response or reactions, to define or monitoring the therapeutic measures. If you see the specimen, sometimes the specimen recipients, it means some of the time, sometimes they will take the specimens and they will keep in plates, right? Recipients. Those they will call also medical in vitro diagnostic medical device. Means that is also which is going to touch, which is the tissue is going to use or place on that specific plate. So that is also one of the in vitro diagnostic medical device. Specifically this we have quoted, some people they will call as a medical device. That the reason this is also in vitro diagnostics. Why? Because this is not going to touch any to the human body, and which is the specimens we are taking from the human body and we are keeping on the this specific plates. That the reason that is called also in vitro diagnostic medical device. You see, these and all the in vitro diagnostic medical device examples. Might be you can see the different type BP monitoring mission will be there, and this blood collection tubes will be there, and this specific instrument will be there, and in the laboratory testing they are using the pipettes, burettes, and so many things will be there. And this insupenser, in the insupenser there is a this the injection will call as a medical device, but in whatever they using the reagents, that they will call as a drug or the biosimilar or the in vitro diagnostics. This specifically this slide I am going to give the brief about the how the changes will be happened from the in the European region, in the European Commission. It's like a medical device regulations and IVDR. Earlier this is a MDD and MDR. You have to know what is the MDD and MDR and IVDD and IVDR. Why? Because you people are going to handle the medical device and in vitro diagnostics in the laboratory or in the manufacturing companies. The MDD, these and all the regulations you have to know. Why? Because you are going and you are installing and you are checking the instrument, but how it is enter into the market and what is the requirements will be there to enter into the market, that we have to aware. Then only we can understand what is the complexity and the criticality whenever we are changing the place to place and installation. The medical device directive, MDD, they will call the medical device directive, and MDR, they will call the medical device regulations. IVDD will call the in vitro diagnostic directives. IVDR will call the in vitro diagnostics medical device regulations. Okay, just a minute. These and all from the MDD to MDR and IVD to IVDR, the new regulations, these four to four, total 8 parameters is majorly they are focusing. Just I will give the brief about how why MDD to MDR they come up for the regulations. In the European region, earlier there is a supplier. The manufacturer have changed the vendor, and they manufactured the medical devices. That is implantable medical devices. Okay, without informing to the regulatory body, they have changed the vendor and they manufacture and they sell into the market. And even the physicians also, doctors also, they implant medical device installed to the human body, and after certain period, it may not it may it leads to the death. There is a severe deaths happened in the European region because of this vendor change. The vendor is produced by the polyvinyl chloride. It's a PVC material. You see the plastic material. So many things we are using in as a medical device, right? Like a syringes. Those and all will be manufactured through PVC, polyvinyl chloride. That vendor has changed that PVC vendor, and they prepared the implantable medical device, and severe death happened in the European Commission. Then immediately they take a call, and they enforced into the medical device regulations, and all the manufacturers has should follow the medical device regulations or in vitro diagnostic regulations, and any changes will be there. That changes should be immediately to notify to the notify body, and once the changes should be approved, then only they can go with the changes. Otherwise, whatever the approved will be there, with the approved vendor only they have to go, even though there is a cost effective or there is a more cost, and even the vendor is not capable, then immediately you have to take action, and you have to notify to the notify body. I'll give the brief how it will be the notify body, certification body. Okay. If you see these four terms, increase the clinical investigation. Earlier, there is no much clinical investigation is not happened. You see, this is happened because of the implantable medical device. That's the reason they come up with the increase the clinical investigation requirements and manage the risk to ensure the patient safety. If you see the as per the MDR requirement, there is a general safety and performance requirement. The general safety and performance means the medical device or in vitro diagnostics. What is the safety? The general safety, and how it will be performing the medical device with respect to the intended use and intended purpose. Accordingly, they increase the clinical investigation requirements to manage and ensure the patient safety, and reinforce surveillance and management of the entire medical device and IVD life cycle. It means the surveillance. Once the product, for example, the instrument is installed in the manufacturing facility, in the hospitals or in the diagnostic laboratory, then we have to monitor how the your medical device is performing and what is the surveillance with respect to the your medical device. And after that, improve the transparency and traceability. Earlier days, implantable medical device or other medical device, once the manufacturer is manufactured, it went to the market, but we don't have any traceability and any transparency. Now they made into the clear. We have to the medical device. It should be the UDI, unique device identification number, which you see the second line first row. Some of the new features, the UDI, unique device identification. Each device have the UDI number, and after that, based on the UDI, it is going to the UDAMED database. After the UDAMED database, you can trace where your device is reached, and in which hospital, which patient we are implanted the specific medical device. Those traceability will be there. Once in case of the implantable medical device, we have to check about the clinical conditions. We have to monitor the clinical investigation once the implantable is happened. And coming to the CE, reduce the ambiguity with the clear classification and the definitions. These and all we have to clearly identify the ambiguity if anything is there during the CE marking, and we have to clarify the classification and definition as per the new medical device regulations. And UDI is a very good feature. Why? Because we have to based on this UDI, we can trace our where is our product, and we can monitor our device identification with respect to the product identification with respect to the device identification. There is a two types will be there, DA and PI. Production identification also is there, and the device identification also. In this barcode, the 2D barcode, we can identify all the DA and PA information. That is the labeling requirements. If you go in detail, then you will understand how it will be. And as I told, UDAMED, once the UDI is completed, then it will goes to the UDAMED. UDAMED will goes to the traceability. And implant card, as I told, the implantable medical device, the implant card is established for the each patient, and that information should be monitored. And a stricter pre-market control. Um, Pre-market control for the high risk of the devices. Why? Because the pre-market, once any high risk related is there, we have to stricter pre-market control should be in place for the like a class C or class B product, or class 2B or class 3 products. Those classification also I'll explain in the further slides. Okay. Difference between the drug and device. If you see the what is the difference between the drug and device, might be you can say this is in vivo. As I told, in vivo in vitro, right? In the devices, in vivo also is there, in vitro also is there. but this is drug only in vivo use. Might be you understand the drug we are taking into the body itself, right? It is touching to the body. Here, it you see in vivo or ex vivo. Ex vivo means in vitro. In vitro diagnostics. Active components based on the chemistry and pharmacology. It means whatever the drug we are manufacturing the chemical synthesis, right? But here this is based on the mechanical, electrical, and engineering only. The devices, how the devices we are using, either that mechanical or electrical or software only. Based on that only the performance or the safety will be the involved in the device. The diagnosis and therapeutic intended uses. This is the therapeutic intended uses only. This is diagnosis and therapeutic intended. This is only therapeutic means based on the disease, they will give the drug and we are taking into the body and it will cure. But here, based on the diagnosis and even the therapeutic intended uses also we are using. Quality depend on this is the safety and efficacy. This is safety and performance. Here, efficacy means if you see, might be you people are understand what is efficacy. If you got a fever and you are going to hospital, the doctor will prescribe the medicines for the 3 days, right? 72 hours. Why specifically they give the 3 days or 5 days? Do you know or do you aware? You all the people. You have to see the medicines. It will efficacy means how it is acting on your body. Whenever the during the clinical trials, whenever the during the clinical trials, they will do the how the efficacy, how it will be there, like that they will check. Accordingly they will make it into the 72 hours or the 5 days. But that the reason, the safety and efficacy they will do in the drug, and accordingly they will doctor will prescribe for the specific tenure. And coming to the trials, clinical trials and clinical evaluation. If you see here the clinical trials, which is the clinical trials, which is we are doing on the human body. But here clinical evaluation means we are taking the samples and we are doing with respect to the medical device.
Huh?
Can you please go on
Are
mute?
we finished?
Someone is on
I
mute.
don't have.
I don't have.
Can you please go on mute?
Stephanie, can you please mute your mic?
Oh, check in the transparent thingy in the second rack where
Stephanie,
my needles and clips will be there.
Stephanie, please mute your mic.
One minute. Yeah. The trials, coming to the trials, we are doing the clinical trials in the drug and we are doing the clinical evaluation the device. The clinical evaluation means we are checking how we can our device is performing on the human bodies and patients with respect to the clinical conditions. And the manufacturing requirements, if coming to the here manufacturing requirement, coming to the manufacturing requirements, it's a GMP, good manufacturing practices, and here coming to the quality management system. Here, coming to the in the drug, they will follow the ICH guidelines. Here, they will follow the ISO 13485 standards or 21 CFR 820. Coming to the here animal toxicity, here local and systematic toxicity, here biocompatibility. Why here we are doing in the device biocompatibility means we are not directly, the device is going to the human body and we have to verify which organ it is going or where the intended use, what is the intended use, and where we are going to install the devices or where it is touching to the human body. Accordingly, we have to check the biocompatibility. We have to make it the biocompatibility evaluation report. Coming to the adverse event due to the drug interaction. Sometimes drug interaction, why? Because if you see sometimes based on the your disease condition, they will suggest two or three drugs. During those two or three drugs, they will give the some certain period. After this you can take this medicine, after this you can take this medicine. Why? Because the interactions will be there. There will be the risk. That's the reason we have to check clearly in the, if any we are going to a medication or 4 to 5 type of the different type of the drugs, then we have to check with the, we have to consult with the physician, and as per the physician's instructions only we have to take. Coming to the device any malfunction is there, as per the malfunction there is a risk. So we have to check the any safety and performance requirement, any malfunctioning is there before we can use. Yeah, these are the basic idea about the drug and medical device.
Sir, this is Honey.
Yeah, yes, Ani.
Sir, can you explain the QMS point once again?
Yeah,
Manufacturing practice.
yes, yes. The manufacturing practices, if coming to the drug, they will follow the ICH, International Conference on Harmonization, ICH guidelines. Okay. And if coming to the devices, quality management system, here ISO 13485 2016 or 21 CFR 820. ISO 13485 2016 will be the total entire the globe is accepting. 21 CFR 820 will be the specifically for the US FDA. Is it okay, honey?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is a basic requirement of the drug and medical device and in vitro diagnostics. Okay, honey, we'll take 5 minutes break and we can start at 11:05 again, the second session. Uh,
Okay, sure.
yeah,
Sure, sir.
during that time, if any questions is there, they can post in the chat box. I'll resume and I'll give the clarifications and before the next session. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
11:05. Please come back. Please take bio break, and I will also come the 11:05.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, sir.
Thank you, Ani. Yeah, I am back, Hani.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, any questions to students or anything in general or anything? Yeah, no questions?
Any questions is there from your side? Okay, one person has.
Yeah. Yeah, QMS means a quality management system. Whenever the manufacturer is going to manufacture any medical device or any drug or any in vitro diagnostics, they have to follow the quality management system. Might be you people are aware, right? ISO 9001. You can see max to max, all the firms or industries, they will say, my company is ISO 9001 2015 certified. Uh, it means they are complying to the quality management system. That's why they are saying we are established quality management system. That's the reason we are ISO 9001 2015 certified. That is a general. If coming to the medical device, ISO 13485 2016 is a quality management system, or 21 CFR 820. These two are with respect to the Europe and with respect to the US. Whenever the facilities are complying to the quality management system, they will say, my facility is certified ISO 13485. Without ISO 13485 or 21 CFR 820, you could not able to manufacture any medical device product in the facility. Is it clear, Vivek? Yeah. Thank you, Vivek. Yeah. Now I can go for the next presentation. God. Yeah, coming to the how the different opportunities is available or different domains is there in the medical devices or in vitro diagnostics, that I'm going to explain in this presentation. Why I'm going to the this presentation? Might be you people don't have any clear idea in the what is the departments will be available in the manufacturing facility or in the hospitals or in uh, specific service companies. Okay, Honey, might be you are drawing something. Can you please undo? Yeah, thank you. If you see, in this, I am going to give the different departments. You see warehouse, production, regulatory affairs, clinical, marketing, intellectual property rights, vendor management, design, research and development, quality control, quality assurance, supply chain management, post-market surveillance. These and all the different domains or functional departments is available in the manufacturing facility. Not only the medical device, if you are going to the drug also, the departments will be there. If you are going to the general, what is there, the consultancy companies or any software companies also, all these will be the involving in their, but some of the requirements will not applicable based on the their activities. If you see the clinical, if you are considering a software company, the clinical is not required. Why? Because they are not manufacturing any specific product with respect to the clinical condition related. They are coding, they are developing a back-end coding, and they are developing a front page, and they are submitting to the client. But there is no clinical. We have to see. But coming to the research, design, vendor, these and all will be there in the even the software also. Might be some people don't know intellectual property rights. Do you anyone know the IPR, intellectual property rights? Anyone have any idea? Okay. The I
Intellect,
yeah,
intellectual property is the just kind we can describe as like creation of the human and human mind. It's a kind of thing which given to the protect the creation of the human from the copyrights.
yeah. Copyrights. Yeah, that's only I'm telling. It's a patent. Okay. IPR means the department will be check the patents. For example, you are going to develop a medical device. The medical device, the same intended use, same intended purpose, are already available in the market, and they have a patent. You could not able to again manufacture that specific product. You have to go with some slight modifications, and that should be you have to take a approval of. After that only you can manufacture. Even though the softwares also, if you see suppose now Gmail, Google, so many things is there, right? They have a patents. If you see for example the KFC, nowadays we are doing we are going and we are having the chicken in the KFC, right? KFC also have a patent. No one have that recipe should copy. If they are copying, they can go to the as a legal obligations. Okay. The KFC, whatever the patent is there with respect to that specific recipe is registered, and it's only patent rights to the KFC only. In the same way, even though with respect to the medical device, with respect to in vitro diagnostics, even though the reagents which are we are using, the drugs, so many things have a patents involved with respect to the each country, not only specific to the specific drug, specific device with respect to the each country in the globe. How many countries is there? All the countries will be they have a patents. If suppose someone have a patent is going to expire in the Canada, but the same product have a patent is expiring in the 2025, but in Canada it's expiring 2021. Like that we have to verify. Based on that we have to go for the submission into the regulation bodies. Okay. And you see these and all the departments is there based on the your interest and based on the your capability and your willing to expand your knowledge. You can enter into the different domains or different cross functional department in the medical device or in the drug. As Vivek asked, the quality management system, if you see under all the departments fall under to the quality management system only. If all departments combination only, your facility is a quality management system facility, then only they can give the approval with respect to your facility is falling under to the ISO 13485 2016, and you can go it for the manufacturing of the medical device. Even though mask, nowadays we are using the mask, N95 mask. You know the N95 mask also falls under to the medical device. That should also fall under the ISO 13485 quality management system. Okay. In this quality management system, you can see the various functions, how it is working. The change management, it's a quality assurance function. They have to check the design change, any management, design changes, anything they are doing, or any quality management changes. The quality management system changes means everything, all functions. It's like how I told these different functional departments will be there, right? All the functional departments, any changes is there, that change management will be also should be through change management only. Any changes should be approved and reviewed and effectiveness, then only we can go it with the further process. And risk review. Risk review also we have to check the through change management. If anything risk is changed, that risk change also we have to properly address, and after that through change control procedure, we have to make it effective. And coming to the corrective action and preventive action, this eliminate non-conformities. Whenever you are doing any process, non-conformities. For example, you can say take your mobile only. Sometimes your mobile is not properly functioning, or suddenly it is going to switch off. It means some bug or some non-conformity will be there. For that the reason, what they will do every time they will upgrade the software. Why they will upgrade the software? To eliminate the risk or non-conformities with respect to your product. Otherwise they can go it with the old software only, they can continue. Every time they are going with the some upgradation, the upgradation also will involve the non-conformities and also will involve in the change management also. It means they are going to effective and they are going to give a upgradation of the your device to performing and to safety wise they are upgrading and to avoid the bugs, any non-conformities available in the software, that also they are eliminating. And even though QMS improvement also, if anything improved in the your device performance or your device risk or safety, for that improvement also they are upgrading software and verifying the effectiveness. Whenever they are launching your software upgradation, they will verify at their facility. Verify means they have to, the changes is properly, they have to verify, they have to validate. After validation only they can go ahead with the publishing to the market. Otherwise, without checking, they are publishing one software, again based on that software some bugs will be there. Recently, even though if coming to the iPhone, there is a software i11 software. They upgraded, but max to max complaint received to the manufacturer because of the performance is reduced. Then immediately they upgraded into the next software. You see, they are not properly validated and they concentrated only one non-conformity, but their consequences they are not verified. That's the reason we have to check, even though what is the effectiveness of the specific upgradation or specific software or specific changes with respect to the devices into the market. And the management responsibility. Any management review, this management review is why management is review is required. If suppose any changes or any non-conformities we are going to publish, without management involvement we can't go ahead with the market. That's why we have to take a concurrence from the management responsibility and the management review and inspection of the readiness and internal audit. All the activities is performed, then only they can go ahead with the uh, product launch or product upgradation. And the resources, if any company we have to meet as per our intended requirements, then the resources is mandatory. If you say these all functions is there, all the functions is handling only one person, how we can make it our company is effective with respect to the production and design. We have to all functional departments we have a specific resources and their competency in the specific domain or not, and the infrastructure is there for all the resources to capable to meet the all functional departments, and the work environment is good or not. These and all will be impacting to the your quality management system. The product surveillance, once the product is enter into the market, we have to check how our product is performing. Without performance, how you can know the our product is good or bad. There is a compliance, so many things will be the implications will be there, right? We have to monitor our product, we have to surveillance further with respect to the performance and compliance or any risk or any the vigilance also. We have to fix some vigilance timelines. If you see the quality management system also, once you took ISO 13485 2016 certificate, that's it. You can't sit like my facility is certified. No. Every year they will come for the vigilance audit to verify how your quality management system is effective and all the procedures are you are following or not. If without vigilance you can't, right? If you see the police, if whenever you are traveling on the road, if you are seeing by seeing you police, you will be cautious. Oh, I have a license or I have a driving license or uh, uh, a registration copy, all things is there or not there. It's like a vigilance. The same way the facility also should be vigilance every frequency. There is a proper specific timelines will be there. Every year they will do the vigilance by the certification body. And the internal audits, here if you see the internal audits will be the each functional departments, the cross functional department they will do the internal audit. If suppose warehouse person will do the post market surveillance audit, the marketing person will do the design, like that different functions they will do the different audits. That is a very important in the manufacturing companies. Coming to the design controls, the design controls, whenever they are doing the risk management and 1 minute. Yeah. Coming to the design control, whenever the product is developed, first we have to check how we are going to in the quality management system. If you see ISO 13485 is the clause 7, they are clearly talking about the how the design control is we are doing. It's a risk management, inputs, outputs, and verification, validation, and a transfer. All the things we have to verify. Then only we can go ahead with the further process. Process and production controls. Once the design is developed, we have to go with the customer requirements. It means as per the customer requirement, we have to check the design is established or not, and the inputs and outputs is coming properly or not. 1 minute. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, coming to the process and production controls, we have to meet the customer requirements, and we have to see the supplier quality. Whenever the customer requirements, once the customer agreement is signed off, as per the customer requirement, we can go ahead with the design controls. And for the specific the customer requirements, as per the design, the supplier's quality is meeting or not meeting. If not meeting, then we have to evaluate as per the specific requirement with respect to the customers and with respect to the design. And the quality is meeting, then they can validate. We can the supplier qualification process will be proceeded. If you see the supplier quality here, if you see the vendor management and supplier management, these people will be the verify how it will be the quality will be there, and after that they can go ahead with the quality. Coming to the identification and traceability, as I explained in the earlier presentation, the identification and traceability everywhere, not only the device, coming to the process and your design also, we have to check how the your specific vendor or specific the product or specific raw material, the identification is there or not there, and the traceability is in place or not in place. That everything we have to verify. Then only the quality management system will be fulfilled in the manufacturing facility. If you see the different approaches in the medical devices, as I told here, the design, control, and process. This is in detail. If you see the design and development, commercialization, and research and discovery. When we will do the research and discovery, when we will do the design and development, commercialization, the research and discovery. Once we have to check the technology and business evaluation and intellectual property protection. We have to check this technology and business evaluation, how it will be there. If you see during the COVID-19, so many manufacturers, they come up with a different N95 mask and a different type of thing. Even though the garments, even though the clothes also, the mask also, they produced and they sent. For example, wildcraft. The wildcraft earlier, they are only into the bags. Now they enter into the mask also. Why? Because they are checking the business, how the business it is there, and how they can grasp it on. And the specific, the mask also, any complications is there, they have to check the intellectual property protection. Then only they can go ahead with the further procedure. These two initially we have to evaluate. Then only we can go ahead with the research and the development. Once this activity is completed, then create a multidisciplinary team. You know the multidisciplinary team. The multidisciplinary means a regulatory team. If you check ich.org, the site, if you check in the Google, ich.org, at the top right side there is a quality, safety, efficacy, and multidisciplinary. Four terms will be there. In the four terms, the multi M means multidisciplinary. The multidisciplinary means that's a regulatory team. The create regulatory team. Why the regulatory team initially is required? We have to check the based on the technology and business and based on the IPR, the all the products and whatever the product we are going to manufacture in the specific facility, the regulatory team will evaluate. Okay, we can go ahead, and then only they can go for the concept and design phase. The concept and design phase, once the regulatory team approved, then only. Why? Because we have to check. They will check the business how it will there, but the market we have to grasp in which country. If you see the Europe, US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, so many countries is there. These all countries, what is the scope and how we can market our product, and what is any complications is there or any implications is there, any patent obligations is there with respect to our product. All the IPR team will evaluate and will submit to the regulatory team, and the regulatory team, they will check. If suppose the patent in the New Zealand, it is expiring in the 2022, then the regulatory team will plan as per the 2022 requirement. Then they will start our activity in the 2019 or 2018. Then the 2022, we can able to reach to the submission for the approval of the once the patent is expired. That's why the regulatory team will give the specific stipulated timeline to how we can manufacture and how we can go for the concept and design phase. After that, the prototype. The prototype means it's a base study, and once the prototype study is completed, then we will go for the redesign. If any changes is required, it means the prototype means it's like a pilot phase. The pilot phase, once the prototype is completed, then any redesigning is required, then again they will go for the redesigning. Then they will make it as a proof of concept testing. The proof of concept testing means then we are ready for the commercialization. That is the first phase. If coming to the second right side, design and development commercialization. In this design and development commercialization, you see the commercialization, the manufacturer, sales, marketing, distribution, post-market surveillance. Why? If you see here, it's a here under this the regulatory requirement will be there. Here the regulatory is there. Then the regulator will verify that FDA 21 CFR Part 820 or ISO 13485. These all compliance will verify parallelly with our facility, and we will go for the manufacturing, and we can submit to the regulatory bodies. Then our commercialized team will verify the manufacturer, sales, marketing, distribution, post-market surveillance. All activities will be involved once the product is manufactured. We have to first, once the product is manufactured, the marketing team will verify to find out the customers. Without the customers, we can't sell any product, and there is no use of our budget, and there is no revenue. If you say this is the once this is only up to the design and development stage only, and during these all stages we have to do the testing, right? Without testing, it is not go further. It means testing means analysis. You see the value method process in the each phases also we have to see the how we are creating the value analysis. Stage 1 pre-analysis, then stage 2 value analysis, stage 3 the post analysis. This why three analysis is there. Whenever this prototype or the proof of concept testing time, we have to check the pre-analysis. Once the product is meeting as per our engineering requirement or as per our intended use or not, then it is goes to the stage 2. The stage 2, during the pilot phase and during the proof of concept phase, we have to check all the product information and understand the testing requirement, functional analysis, and creative analysis and evaluation, development and presentation. These all activities we have to verify in the proof of concept stage. Then after that, the stage 3, the post analysis, phase 7 and phase 8, we are going to verify. As I explained in the earlier presentation, the new regulations is published like MDD2, MDR, as I told, right? If you see the why this MDD2, MDR is came, just I am giving the brief about earlier the directives. The new EU regulations MDR is come up from the Council Directive 9385 ESA. This is the AIMD, Active Implantable Medical Device Regulations. It means it's a directives. This is a 9385 is a AIMD, Active Implantable Medical Devices. This 9342 is a medical devices. 9879 is the IVD. Here, these two are clubbed into the MDR, and this IVDR is clubbed into the this 9879 is come up into the IVDR. You see, this I clearly explained. These two is clubbed here, and this one is clubbed here. And here, there is some transition period will be given by the European Commission. Why now might be you people are observed in the current scenario, the medical device opportunities is increasing. and the in vitro diagnostics opportunities are increasing in the market. You see all the companies now, Infosys, Wipro, TCS, okay, and all major IT companies also enter into the healthcare sector with respect to the medical device. Why they enter into the medical devices? There is a transition period given by the European Commission, and all the manufacturers could not able to meet the specific timelines, and they don't have the specific capabilities with respect to the new regulations. That's why they are procuring, they are taking the help of the service companies, and they are preparing the documents. If you see the medical device MDD to MDR, the transition period they given 3 years. Actual earlier it is a May 26, 2020 is a transition period, but during this pandemic situation, this during that time they could not able to, they planned as per the medical devices in the 3 years, and IVD devices is a 5 years. And because of this pandemic situation, they extended 1 year for the medical devices. IVDR as of now it is a 2022 only. Might be there will be the extension is happened further 1 year, as how it is happened in the MDR also. But this now the 2020 is went to the 2021. Now May 26, 2021, there is no MDD applications is accepted. You see this AMD and 9342 applications is will not accepted by the any notified body. Only the MDR regulations only, MDR applications only they will accept after May 26, 2021. And the same way here also, the May 26, 2022, IVDR applications only they will accept. IVDD applications they will not accept. However, if the IVDD application is a valid will be there, then that will be as per the certification expiry, they can sell into the market as per the IVDD and as per the MDD. After the expiry, they could not able to re-register that under MDD or IVDD. They have to go with the MDR and IVDR. You see, this is a transition. I am given the clear in detail explanation. Might be if you see whatever I explained, that you can understand. You see, 26th May 2017 to 25th May 2020, it means 26th May 2021, they will not accept this earlier 2020, now it is moved to 2021. Certificates under medical device directives are valid 2017 to 2020. From 25th May 2020 to 25th May 2025, certificate issued under MDD before the MDR fully applies will be valid up to 4 years. It means if the certificate is issued before 25th May 2021, now still it is valid for the 4 years. After 2024, the MDD devices on mark can continue to be made available on market. Okay. Why? Because now this is the 4 years validity is there. That's the reason they are going to continue. After that, all the MDR applications only we have to, even though now current situation also the all the manufacturers are enter into the MDR only. Once this MDD is certificate expired, then they could not able to continue their product into the market. That's why they are targeting into the MDR applications only. If you see this in the brinjal color, the 26th May 2017 to 25th May 2025, device in conformity with the medical device regulations can be certified under MDR and placed on the market. Devices placed on the market must be certified under the MDR 26th May 2024. You got it? Here in the same way, IVDD, there is a 2 years, and the same 2024-2025. Then 26th May 2017 to 25th May 2024, IVDR they can place and they can enter into the market. Devices placed on the market must be certified under the IVDR after this. Even though why these 4 years, you people be cautious. If the certificate is issued on 25th, then only they can up to 2024. If suppose certificate issued in 2018, then your validity is up to 2022 only. That should be, you should be aware. The certificate validity you have to check. The same way the 3 years, 4 years, AMDD and AMDD certificate validity, and the same the IVDD. You see the difference between the MDD to IVDR, what are the differences is there? Here 9342 and 9385 and medical device derivatives. they enter into the MDR and incorporated directives and MedDevs. The why MedDevs is the clinical is still they are following the MedDevs only. If you see the earlier MDD articles 23 available, now the articles are annexes 22. Now the articles is 123, and these 123 made into under 10 chapters, and here Annex 12 is Annex 17. In the same way, if you see the total, there is a 18 rules in the MDED, and the rules are 22. Here AIMD is a separate directive. Here AIMD we include the some definitions changed. In the 22 roles only they clubbed into the AIMD also. Okay, AIMD is included in this. You see the specific in the medical device, the device classifications also based on the rules. The medical device, there is a four types is there: non-invasive devices, invasive devices, active devices, and special rules. The same four devices is there, four classifications is there, but if you see the rules are changed from here to here. Here 9 to 12 is active devices, here 9 to 13, and 13 to 18 special. Now 14 to 22 special rules they are incorporated. Whenever the device classification, might be you people are aware, right? The what is the device classification? Just I will show that the device classification the next. If coming to the MDD MDR, there is a four device classifications is there: class 1, class 2A, class 2B, and class 3. And coming to the IVD, there is a class A, class B, class C, class D. These all the device classifications are based on the risk only. We have to find out the what is the risk. Accordingly, we can go ahead with the device classification. But all the device classification also, you have to give a clear justification under which rule. As per the this MDR medical device regulations, Annex 8 is a device classification. In this Annex 8, these all the rules are defined. Whenever your device classification is suppose class 2A, under the class 2A, which rule it is following? What is the your justification? You have to come up with your justification, then only you can classify your device is as a 2A. Otherwise you will get a non-conformity from the notified body. Okay. If you say as per the 18 rules in the MDD, it's a Annex 9, now it is changed to the Annex 8. These all changes now the manufacturers are evaluating. They are going to submit with respect to the MDR. Why? Because as I told, the transition period is very short. In next 5 months, it is going to reach our the EC Commission stipulated timeline. If you see the EU regulations of the medical device, on 5th, how it is forced into, I will give the brief about how the regulations are forced into. On 5th April 2017, two new regulations on the medical device were adopted, and they are into force from the 25th May 2017. These replaces the existing directives. If you see these two regulations, EU 2017 745 regulations, EU 2017 75 of the European Parliament and Council of the Council of 5th April 2017 on medical devices, amending the Directive 2001/83 EC, Regulations 178 2002, and Regulation 123 2000, replacing the Council of 93/85 and 93/42. This is a AMD, this is a medical device. These two are clubbed into the here, that they are calling as a this is a medical device. And this is the European Parliament the same day on in vitro diagnostic medical device. This is the medical device, this is the in vitro diagnostic medical device, replacing the 98/79 EC and Commission 2010-27 EU. You see the earlier the regulations, the medical device directives, only 65 pages only. Now it is changed to 175 pages. This is 175 pages. Okay. And how the medical device market is increasing. If you see in the 2017, 379.5 billions only. Okay. If coming to the 2025, 602 billions. This is global medical device market in the US. You see various countries, it's Europe, Asia Pacific, and United States. And this is Latin America, this is North America. Okay. these all the booming market in future, and all the market value also they go check. The North America is a more increasing into the medical device. Yeah, thank you. Any questions on this? Yeah, someone is. Can you summarize the regulations for the more clarity? Yeah. You're asking this slide, right?
Yes, sir. This one.
Yeah, yeah. You see, as I explained earlier, just I will move to the earlier slides. You see here, the regulations, the MDR. Earlier, the 9345 is a AMD and the 9342 is a medical device. Okay. These two directives is there. Earlier, they are going to submit any active implantable medical device under 9385 EEC and they will submit an application. They will get a certificate under CE mark. Okay. And the same way, the medical device also, which is not active implantable medical device, that they are going to the 9342 EEC device directive. Then they are submitting applications, they will get a certificate. In the same way, 9879 for IVD. If you, there is a, why we are submitting application, we are going to place a CE mark on the devices, right? Whenever you are going to use your medical device or in vitro diagnostics in your institute, might be you people are observed, there is a CE mark. Do you people are observed CE mark? Can anyone say yes, no? Or anywhere you can see, anywhere you observed any CE marking?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is mean by CE? Do you know what is a CE? Any idea?
European conformity, sir.
Yeah. Conformity of European. Okay. Why the conformity of European means once these all the directives is complying as per the directive requirements, then the notified body will review your file, and once all the requirements is meeting, then they will give the CE. Okay. The CE is placing on your medical device, and then your medical device is meeting the specific AAMD directives. Okay. In the same way, the medical devices also is using in the same way. Accordingly, they are getting the CE marking. The CE marking also there is a two types. One is a class 1 CE marking, another is a class 2A, class 2B, class 3 CE marking. These all three CE markings, two CE markings, how we are going to differentiate? The class 1 medical devices, there is no notified body number. If you might be observed, whenever the CE, under the CE, there is a number will be there 0, 1, 2, 3 or 0, 2, 3, 4 or 0, 1, 5, 7. These all numbers with respect to the notified body. Okay. These all notified bodies, they assess your technical file and they are going to give a CE marking. For example, if you see on your chargers or in some of the medical device, which is a class 1, there is only CE, there is no number. It means that CE is self-assessed by the manufacturer. But the file is going to submit to the European Commission or the notified body. The notified body will verify if any risk or any criticality is there. That time only they will go and they will verify your technical file. But before the review also, you can go and you can place your CE marking. Okay. These two differences will be there. Might be whenever you are going to your instrument in your institute, you can check if any without number will be there. That is a class 1 device. If a with number is there, there is a class upper classification is there based on the risk. Is it clear or any further thing? Anything you are expecting with respect to the regulations? Anything?
So one time, just can you explain the differences, major differences between the MDD and MDR,
Yeah.
and transition lines also, transition period?
Transition lines. Okay. This one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this transition is, as I said, right? Initially, whenever the medical device regulations is enforced into in 2017, they made into the medical devices and IVD, there is some transition. For the medical device, 3 years transition. For the IVD, there is a 5 years transition. It means they want to switch over from the directives to the regulations. They given some certain timelines, 3 years, 5 years. Okay. For the medical device, because of this pandemic, they extended 1 year. Instead of 2020, it is extended to 2021. This 2021, all medical device directive applications can accept it before 25th May. If they issued the certificate under MDD, they can sell into the market for 4 years. Okay. If after 26th May 2020, they will not accept any MDD applications. They have to submit the MDR applications only. It means new CE. If you here the new CE mark means once the MDR compliance, the new CE now the notified bodies also changed under MDD to MDR. Under MDD there is a n number of the notified bodies is there, but coming to the medical device regulations, as of now only 16 notified bodies only approved by the EC Commission. Okay. Coming to the IVD, only 4 notified bodies is approved by the European Commission. These all notified bodies, once the n number of the notified bodies, this after 2021, then the application process will be the fast. But in the current scenario, the notified bodies are less, and even though the people are more concentrating on the MDR compliance only. Is it okay, Hani, or still any?
Yes,
Sorry.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Sir. Yeah.
These are all based on the certificate, Hani. The certificate's validity we have to verify, but we have to ensure our device should be compliance with the MDR only. Then only in future also after 2024, after 2022 also, there is no obligation from the any market or any customer or a physician. Okay.
Okay, sir. So
Yeah.
I hope everyone has understood the basic differences and classification of as per the UMDR, how it is classified, how the medical devices and AIMD, implantable medical devices, are classified. If you further have any doubt, you can post or you can unmute your mics and ask.
Yeah, yeah. If required, I can show one device classification. Device classification, I think I shared. I'll show by afternoon how the device classification will be there. You see, this is a regulation. I can show the regulation, then you people will understand. Control F. You see, this is a classification rule. Okay. Here in the classification rule, you have to check the duration of the use. That is a transient or short term or long term. This you have to know what is a transient, what is a short term, what is a long term. The transient means this is a less than 60 minutes. Whenever the medical device which is touching to the human body, it should be the less than 60 minutes. For example, you can take a syringe. Syringe, how much time it will be there? Max to max 30 seconds or 1 minute. Might be your power is not there. Okay. And short term means it's a 60 minutes to 30 days, and long term means it's a more than 30 days. Okay. Based on this only, first we have to define this is the device is a short term or transient or long term. After that, we have to go with the invasive device or active invasive or non-invasive or special. These all will be considered into the second criteria. Invasive means it's a body orifice, and how we are to implementing the rules. Okay. And the chapter 3 is the classification rules. You see non-invasive. Under non-invasive, rule 1, rule 2, rule 3, rule 4. Whenever you are classifying your device, you have to justify as per the medical device regulations. Then only you can. Otherwise, you can't. Okay. In the same way, it's a invasive, and in the same way, active, and in the same way, special rules. Special rules is here. Okay. You have to all the rules should be, you have to clearly justify whenever your device will be the transient or short term or long term, and that is a invasive or special or active. Based on that, if suppose that is a special rule or that is a long term use, and what is a rule under false, based on your device, you have to see. If you see once, you can any one device can give to them, and they can ask how you can classify as per this next year, they will understand in detail. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. These up to 22 rules will be there. Annex 8. You can download this MDR 2017-745 guideline. It is free of cost, so there is no chargeable. You can download and you can go through how the regulations will be. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Any doubts on this presentation? Okay. Yeah, I can. My battery is low. Here, power is not there running. Actually, I'm in native. Okay. Uh, okay. I can continue up to this power off. Okay, honey?
Okay, fine, sir. No
Yeah.
issues. I'll go for a break. Otherwise, lunch break will give.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Anyway, still it is coming half an hour. I can make it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to explain about the quality management system. Earlier, one of the Vivek is asked what is the quality management system. This is a quality management system awareness, how we are going to with respect to the USA, Europe, and and the different countries. You see, the FDA, it is a US related United States of Food and Drug Administration, and the FDA is responsible for ensuring that oh, foods are safe, wholesale and sanitary, humans and veterinary drugs, biological products, and medical devices are safe and effective. Cosmetics are safe, and electronics products that emit a radiation are safe. You see, these under the FDA regulations, these different type of the products is there. Different departments will be there. The different departments will be also, I can give you can see here, there is a total 9 offices will be there under the US FDA. The second one is the Center for Devices and Radiological Health. This is for the our medical devices. Coming to the first one is a biological, and third one is a drug, and fourth one is a food, and fifth one is a veterinary medicine. Sixth one is a toxicology, and the seventh one is a these monitoring offices with respect to the different regulatory affairs and commissioner and council. How FDA protects the public health? There is a different type of the functionality they are using with respect to the public health monitoring. MedWatch, medicinal product safety alerts, recalls, withdrawals, and important labeling changes that may affect the health or quickly disseminated to the medical community and the general public via website. It means this MedWatch is a, one of the portal they are using to monitor the safety alerts and recalls, withdrawals, and this will be through public via public website. Why? Because this website can see anyone and they can verify if any specific drug is, any safety alerts is there, any recalls or any withdrawals is there. Coming to the inspection, FDA inspection processing plant and other agency regulatory facilities. It means the inspection means FDA will do the facility audits. If you see the medical device, the facility is meeting as per the 21 CFR 820 or not. If the facility is meeting as per the QMS, then only they can go for the manufacturing of the medical device. And advisory committees. FDA convenes public meetings with the outside experts for a device on key public health decisions. These all the advisory committees, which is FDA will give the conduct the meetings with respect to the expertise, and they will give the advice to the public health decisions if anything they have to take care in future. And recalls, market withdrawals, and safety alerts. Recalls are actions taken by a firm to remove a product from the market. Recalls may be conducted on a firm's own initiative by FDA request or by FDA order under statutory authority. Class 1 recall, the most serious type of recall, there is a reasonable chance that product will. There is a different type of the recalls. There is a class 1 recall, class 2 recall, and class 3 recalls, and market withdrawals. The recall means just we are going to recall the product, but withdrawal means we are entirely withdrawing the product from the market. If you see the class 1 recall, it's a serious health problems or death. It means it's a major. Whenever the class 1 recalls is happened, it is important and it is impacting to the patient's health and it is leading to the death. And a class 2 is a temporary and a reversible health problem. It means some certain time, after certain time, it is going to impact on the product health issues. And a class 3 is a very less, a little chances. There is a little chances that using on or being exposed to the product will cause the health problems. However, because the product violates FDA law, there is still needs to take action and address the problems. This is a class 2. This is not a class 2 recall, and this is not falling under the class 2 recalls, and it's a very less chance. Market withdrawals occurs when a product has a minor violation that would not be subject to FDA legal action. That firm removes the product from the market and corrects the violation. So market enter the product is marketing the withdrawing from the market, and they will correct if any correction or any modifications required, and after that they are going to launch into the market. This definition already I given the medical device definitions in the initial first presentation. An instrument operators implement machine contravents implant to the in vitro reagents and other similar related articles, including components, parts, or accessories. This specific medical device definitions as per the US FDA. You can see section 201H FDC Act. As per the definition we are covering. Classification of the medical device. If you see the Europe, there is a 4 classifications. It's a 4 means under 3 only, under class 2, class 2A, class 2B. But if coming to the US FDA, the device classification is class 1, class 2, class 3 only. It's also based on the risk only, the general control. This is a general controls and special controls. This is a general control and pre-market approval. The pre-market approval means it's a higher classification and it's a more risk. Whenever the implantable defibrillators and heart valves and the pacemakers, these fall under the class 3, and these we have to take a pre-market approval. It means before marketing we have to take a approval from the US FDA, then only we can launch into the market. And this class 2 is a minor risk like a blood glucose monitoring, psychoemulsion and blood bags, those things. And the class 1 is oxygen mask, manual surgical instruments such as scalpels and tissue retraction, etc. Whenever during the operation theater, they will use some of the tissue retractors. Yeah, CDRH. As I told, center of the in the center of the device and radiological health. As per the CDRH regulations, the basic regulatory requirements the must comply with. Or if you see the whenever we are going to registered a product with the US FDA, these all the requirements is required. Establishment registration. Establishment registration means as per the 21 CFR Part 807, the facility should be registered with the US FDA. Then only we can go ahead with the submission. And the product should be medical device listing. Then only the medical device listing or similar devices in the market, then only they can go ahead with the submission. Pre-market notification unless exemption or pre-market approval. Pre-market notification or 510K submission. There is a 510K database also is there as per the US FDA 21 CFR Part 807 Subpart E, 21 CFR Part 814. This is for PMA. This is for the pre-market notification, pre-market approval. There is a slight difference. This is a notification, this is approval. This approval means before I enter into the market, we have to take approval. This we can notify and we can enter into the market. This is ID, investigational device exemption. As I told IND, right, investigational new drug application. The same way here also ID, investigational device exemption for clinical studies. Some of the clinical studies we have to take a exemption. That is 21 CFR Part 812. These and all 21 CFR parts will be available in the USFDA site. If you can go to the USFDA site, we can verify all the classes. If you see check 21 CFR Part 807, you will get establishment registration requirements. Accordingly, you can go in detail knowledge if required. Quality system, as I told, quality management system and regulations 21 CFR Part 820. Labeling requirements 21 CFR Part 801. Medical device reporting 21 CFR Part 803. Okay. This is a pre-market notification. These and all with respect to the regulatory submission. It's a notification, as I told, right? Class 1, 2, 3 device intended to human use, which pre-market approval is not required. Must submit a 510K to FDA unless the device is exempt from the 510K requirements. A 510K is a pre-market submission made to FDA to demonstrate that the device to be marketed at least as safe and effective, that is substantially equivalent to predicate to a legally marketed device that is not subject to the PMA, pre-market approval. This pre-market approval is as I told, it's a high risk related. Even the class 1, 2, 3 also, there is a high risk in the pre-market notification also. But there is a similar device is already there in the market, then that's the reason only we are going with a 510K submission. Submitters must compare their device one or more similar legally marketed devices and make the support their substantial equivalency claims. When 510K submission is there, there is a one or more similarly legally marketed devices, and that should be substantial equivalent claims should be submitted during the submission. Before marketing a device, each submitter must receive an order in the form of a letter. The FDA which finds the device is substantially equivalent and states that the device can be marketed in the US. This order clears to the device for the commercial distribution. It means there is a similar device and substantially equal, then you can manufacture and you can sell into the market with a pre-market notification. You see, the substantial equivalent means the intended use should be same and the technology characteristics also should be same. Predicative means similar or has the same intended use or the predicative and has different technology characteristics, the information submitted to FDA does not raise new questions for the safety or effectiveness, and it means any new question should not raise any safety and effectiveness. It means whatever the intended use and intended purpose, the safety and the performance should be similar. Then only they will call as a predicative. Demonstrate that the device is at least as safe and effective as legally marketed devices. Pre-market approval. Pre-market approval is a FDA process of scientific and regulatory review.
So, I think sir's battery, laptop battery is not charged. So it will be taking another 10 minutes of time. He'll join back. Okay. So meanwhile be connected, or you can take a 10 minutes break. So, so I would like to ask the other people, like whether you are able to understand the things. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, bro.
So are you able to understand the things? What is the FDA, US FDA, CDRH? what is the device classification, what all things sir is telling. So is it like understandable for you? uh, okay, sir has given some like you can download one document there. Okay, if you want I can write it in the chat box. Okay, so he has given one document which can be downloaded in order to bring a better understanding about the topic. Peter John, can you please mute your mic? Okay, so that is MDR 2017-745 guidelines. Okay, so this you can download. So if you are going for an interview for this medical device regulations job, so this session it will be very useful for you. So apart from this also, when you start working, so you will be able to understand different things like C device classification, and based upon that you can go for testing. You'll be able to understand how it is, how the medical devices are designed, and moreover IVDs, what all things are required to be maintained. Okay, so the complete process of the certification, how a device is getting a CE certification or a FDA certification, and what all things are required for quality management of that particular device. Okay, so these all things what sir has covered till now. Okay, so that is it. If you have any doubt, just find the things. I hope you are taking the proper notes from the session. So if you have any doubt regarding anything, okay, you can check with your notes if somewhere you have written your doubt, and you can ask, can write it in the chat box. So the moment sir is joining, he will answer all your queries. Okay. So, am I audible to Saundarya? Saundarya, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, just to do one thing, just to leave that meeting first.
Okay, ma'am.
While leaving, no, just check with the host. I think by mistake, sir has made you host. Okay,
Okay,
so
ma'am.
just leave, press on leave option, and make me host. Ayappa Das. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, team. Hi, Annie. Is it audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible.
Yeah, yeah. Just give 2 minutes.
Okay.
Ma'am, Dinesh want.
Yeah, honey, I'm presenting. I think you have to give a access, honey. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Hope can able to see, right? Can able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll continue where we started. Yeah. The device classification I has explained class 1, 2, 3. And these and all the basic regulatory requirements for the 20, US FDA. You see the CFR is a code of federal regulations. This is for the US. And pre-market notification. As I explained, this is the similar substantially equivalent device or predicate devices in the market. Then only we can go ahead with the 510K submission. Sorry. Coming to the when we are going to substantially equivalent or predicate device, the intended use and the technology characteristics should be same, and the same intended use predicate and has a different technologies characteristic. The information submitted to FDA. If there is a different technology, and even though we have to go ahead, we have to prove our safety effectiveness is there is no impact. Yeah, coming to the pre-market approval. The pre-market approval is FDA process of scientific and regulatory review to evaluate the safety and effectiveness of class 3 medical devices. Why the specifically the class 3 means they are asking to they are asking why the specifically class 3 means it's a high risk devices. Whenever the high risk devices, we have to go ahead with the pre-market approval. The pre-market approval, yeah, someone has a question. Yeah, now it's okay, honey.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the product requiring pre-market approval or class 3 device or high risk devices. As this is a high risk devices that pose a significant risk of illness or injury to the patient. That's the reason the pre-market approval is expecting if there is a high risk is involved with respect to the device, to the specific illness or specific patient. Based on that only we have to evaluate, and there is the safety and performance will be good, and the risk also we can mitigate. Those things we have to consider whenever we are going to a pre-market application. Devices found not substantially equivalent NSE to class 1 and 2 predicate through the 510K process. As I explained, devices found not substantially equivalent. There is no equivalent or there is no predicate device, there is no substantially equivalent device for the class 1, class 2, then we can go ahead with the 510K process also with the similar devices of the medical devices. The post-market approval process is more involved and include the submission of the clinical data support claims made of the device. The processing of the duration is 6 months. In the 180 days, the process will be reviewed and approved by the US FDA. This is IDA, investigational device exemption. Okay, when this IDE will be coming, suppose already there is a device is in the market, and we are going to upgrade or we are going to update the devices, then we are investigating the new device, right? That's the reason they will call it a new investigational device exemption. Whenever that cases, the device will be exempted from the specific cases. An investigational device exemption IDE allows the investigational device to be used in a clinical study in order to collect safety and effectiveness data required to support a pre-market application or pre-market notification submission to FDA. Yeah. Clinical evaluation of devices that have not been cleared for marketing requirements, that is an IDE approved by an institutional reviewed board IRB. If the study involves a significant risk device, the IDE must also be approved by the FDA. Whenever the IDE approved by the institutional by the review board, it means the specific IDE that should be approved by the FDA. Informed consent from all patients. We have to take a consent from all the patients whenever we are going to develop a investigate a new device. Labeling for the investigational use only. Whenever you are sending this device to other facility or other places, the label should be clearly quoted. This is for the investigational use only. Monitoring of the study and required records and reports. We have to monitor the specific study, and we have to clear whatever the study we are doing, that should be recorded and reported. Good clinical practices. As I in the morning told, good manufacturing practices, the same way here we have to follow the good clinical practices. Refers to the regulations and requirements that must be complied with while conducting a clinical study. Whenever the GCP will use the clinical studies is conducting during the laboratory, then we have to follow the good clinical practices whenever the new investigational we are performing. The caution is given by the investigational device, limited by the federal or US FDA law to investigational use only, specific to the US FDA. To see the medical device life cycle and FDA regulations, request for designation, you see the all the chain. Might be you understand why this picture is percolating or understanding in your mind. There is a different stages, is there concept stage, is there obsessional stage, is there commercial use, is there marketing, is there manufacturing, is there clinical, is there preclinical, is there these all with a device advice, early planning meeting, IDE agreement, determination, so many things will be there, right? These and all will be interlinked. You see the concept is interlinked to the manufacturing, and clinical is interlinked to the obsessional, and the commercial use is interlinked to the preclinical. This all will be the all interlinked and interconnected to the whenever we are doing any medical device life cycle. Okay. If suppose anything clinical activities we are doing, we have to verify in the all the perspective what is the prototype and how it is a clinical, what is the concept stage, what is the obsolescence stages, what is the commercial use, and what is the marketing, or what is the implications will be there. All we have to consider. The FDA enforcement action, if you see, might be you heard sometimes there is a warning letter. The facility is a warning letter issued by the FDA, or the facility is issued by the FDA by some 483s, 5483s, 6483s. You have to understand what is the 483s, what is the warning letters, what is the 482, what is recalls. Whenever these all the terminologies from the US FDA, the facility is specifically the facility is specifically anything we are we are hearing about these words. So then the facility is audited by the FDA. Okay, and we are FDA, and we are going to check the facility is complying to the as per the US FDA requirement or not, to specific the device or specific to the drug manufacturing. Okay. You see the FDA enforcement actions, the violations of the Federal Food Drug Cosmetic Act results. If you see the 482 form, whenever the 482 form issued to the any manufacturer, then the FDA is noticing to the facility, we are coming to the inspection. Official inspection is triggered to the specific facility. Okay, it means they will issue 482 form, so and so dates we are planning to come for the inspection. Okay. Coming to the 483, 483 means it's a non-compliance or non-conformity. Whenever the facility scheduled as per the 482, they will come to the audit and they will go for the as per the agenda. They will issue the agenda. The as per the audit agenda, they will go through, and if any non-compliance or any non-conformities is observed, then they will issue in the form of 483. The 483 issued means there is a one non-compliance is observed. There is a 483s, 5483s is there. Then 5483s means 5 non-conformities observed to the specific facility during the audit time. And warning letter. The warning letter means once the facility is issued by the 483, you are not taking any corrective and preventive action plan or immediate response as per the timeline. If once 483 issued, they will issue the timeline some 30 minutes or 30 days or 60 days. In that specific timelines, if you're not giving any response, then you are going to issued by the warning letter. It means there is no immediate action. Sorry, there is no immediate action or response is uh, provided by the manufacturer to the client. And order to repair, replace, or refund with respect to the certain devices. Whenever anything is there with respect to the certain devices, if the USFDA is giving any order, then they have to act as per the order. And notification to the users or public. If anything, FDA or notified, FDA issued any notification to the users or public or any company, then immediately we have to act on that notification, and accordingly we have to take action. And prohibition of import of devices made outside of the US. Sometimes some devices they will tell you don't want to send to you don't want to import to any other countries. uh, just the best example is this during the COVID-19, Abbott is developed with respect to the COVID-19 test results within 60 minutes or within 2 hours. Okay, that specific device, the US FDA is restricted. You have to sell in the United States only. Why? Because now this is during the current scenario, the specific device they could not able to manufacture a number of, and they could not able to sell into the other market, and that approval also will not given by any US FDA, any country to US FDA. Okay, why the requirement is there, and the number of the devices will be required as per the during the pandemic situation. That's why they prohibited some of the specific devices to out of the country. Recall devices. As I told, there is a recall procedures, recall 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. The recall is issued by the FDA, then immediately we have to take action. Device seizure. Device seizure means if anything implications is there or any severe death will be there or any safety norms is not meeting, then the FDA will seize the device. Injections preventing the manufacturers and distribution of a device. Anything is related to the distribution of the device, then the US FDA injections are preventing the specific the device manufacturing and distribution. It means they are going to some certain period they will hold that product manufacturing. Criminal prosecutions of a company or and other responsible individuals. Anything, suppose any response you are not giving or any regulations you are violating, then the FDA will take a criminal prosecutions with respect to the company or any responsible individual also. Impose civil penalties also. If that will the criminal prosecutions will impose to the any civil penalties and the cost to the company also. Sometimes if you see the companies, might be you people read in the papers or in the news, GSKR, what is going to penalty some 500 USD, 500 billion USD dollars or 500,000 USD dollars. That is based on they are violating their regulations. Coming to the CE mark, as of now we discussed about the US FDA. Now we are discussing about the CE mark. CE means European Commission or conformity of the this CE is the conformity of European, which is given by the European Commission. Don't confuse your CE European Commission and conformity of European. The European Commission will uh, recruited by the notified body. The notified body will issue the CE with respect to the conformity of the European. It means the product and the specific device is meeting as per the European requirements. Okay. You see the European Union. The European Union is composed of 28 independent sovereign countries, which is known as the member states. If you see, there is a 28 countries. The combination of the 28 countries is they will call the European Union. Here earlier it's a UK is there. Now UK is exited from the European Union. Now UK is a separate country like a US and like a Brazil or like a India, not in the European. Apart of these 27 countries, he is part of the European Union. Why this European Union is useful? If once the device is manufactured and the CE is approved, then they can sell into the 28 countries. But now the UK is exit from the European Union. Whatever the separate regulations, as now US we are following the same way, UK also we have to separate regulations we have to follow. Now how the CE is there now. UK come up with the UKCA conformity approval, conformity assessment, and also Albania, Iceland, Macedonia, Serbia, and Yugoslavia Republic, Macedonia, Turkey. These and also is part of the European. Once the CE is approved, then these all countries also we can sell into the market. You see, CE is the abbreviation of the conformity of European, in French meaning European conformity. Okay, the actual we will call conformity of European. The CE marking is a European marking of conformity that indicates that a product complies with the essential requirements of the applicable European laws or directives with respect to the safety, health, environment, and consumer protection. It means once the CE is marked, then we are giving the assurance to the end user or patient with respect to the safety, with respect to the health and environment and consumer protection. All we are meeting as per the customer or intended use requirements. If you see the medical definition, the instrument operators implements, all this fall under to the device definition. As I explained, 9342, 9385, 9879, MDD, AMDD, and IVDD. Now this is changed to the, now MD is Annex 9. As I told, Annex 9 is a device classification. Now it is Annex 8 is a device classification. But the classification is same, class 1, 2A, 2B, 3. As USFDA, I told class 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is also, these all based on the risk only. The classification depends on rule that involve the medical device. Duration of the body contact, as I told, transient, short term, long term, and invasive characters, and use of energy source, effective of the central circulation of the nervous system. Diagnosis impact of its corporation or medicinal product. Yeah, enforcing authority and stakeholders. Coming to the here, the European Commission is the main member of the regulation, and the Sensenlag Committee for the European Standards. The standards means now ISO, as I told, ISO International Standard of Organization, or IEC International Electrical Commission. Okay, these two type of the standards will be there, IEC, ISO, EN. So many standards will be there, but all should come up with from the ISO standards only. But the some of the standards is harmonized by the European Commission, then they will call as a Sensenlag. And there is a competitive authorities, there is a accreditation bodies, there is notify bodies and manufacturers, EU authorized representatives and the distributors. These and all the required the stakeholders for the CE marking. The competent authorities means for the each country there is a competent authorities there, and there is an accreditation body. If the competent authorities, they will the accreditation body will give the competent authority approvals, and the competent authority is like a they will give the certification body like ISO 13485. Issuance will be the certification body, and the CE mark will issued by the notified body. Okay, certification body and notification body. That I am going to explain in the afternoon session. What is the certification body? What is a notification body? How it will be, and what and all the approved notified bodies as per the MDR. And the manufacturers also. The manufacturers also responsible with respect to the meet all the regulations and all the standards with respect to the Europe, and should be the facility approved by the certification body and ISO 13485 certified. Then they can go for the technical file preparation, and they will if suppose why EC authorized representative is required. If suppose the Indian manufacturer they want to registered in the Europe, then the European Commission authorized representative is required. If there is no authorized representative required, there is no authorized representative is available in the Europe, you could not able to submit your device into the Europe. It means you will not get any CE mark from the Europe. In the same way, if the European country manufacturer will be there, they want to sell the product in India, then they want to approach to the authorized representative in India, and Indian authorized representative only will submit and support to the European manufacturer and distributor. The distributor will be the either the distributor have one manufacturer or two manufacturer, three manufacturer, whatever it is, but the distributor can distribute the devices n number of the products into the market, but based on the country to country the distributor will be vary. Yeah, steps to get CE marking. You see the total 9 steps will be there. In these 9 steps, identify the council directive that are applicable of the product. It means what is regulations is applicable. Then conformity assessment procedure must be taken. Then harmonized European standard. As I told, harmonized standards is there that specific applicable to the product we have to verify. Then product complying with the essential requirements means general safety and performance requirements is meeting or not, and maintain the technical documentation required directives. As I told, technical documentation. Once these all is a technical documentation preparation, then we have to submit to the notified body. Then once the notified body is reviewed, they will give the declaration of conformity. The declaration of conformity is nothing but the CE mark. In this declaration of conformity is a CE certificate. There we will get the CE certificate validity. Check the no other purely national requirement exists. Why this step 8, step 9 is required? If suppose, if suppose, mm, apart of the European region, some other like Germany or Spain, some France, their specific national requirements will be there. It's a member of the state. In the European, there is a member of state is there. The member of state, the requirement will be there. That requirement we have to fulfill apart of this declaration of conformity. For example, there is a sterilization and cleaning of the hospitals. Germany, they have the separate hospitality cleaning procedures and sterilization procedures. Those should meet your medical device. Then only you can enter into the Germany market. Apply CE marking on all your product or its packaging and accompanying literature as stated in the directive. Whatever the CE marking with respect to your product and packaging, you have to verify with your directive and regulations. Accordingly, you have to submit your technical file to the notified body. Accordingly, they will give the declaration of conformity. Yeah. Yes. So distributors are not only for marketing the product. Do they need to license? No, honey. The distributors only for the distributors. They need a license. Yeah, they need license. That would be like a wholesale certificate or free sale certificate. They need a license. That is a separate procedure, honey. Okay. The distributor need to, but they don't have any specific requirements like a they want ISO 13485 like that. There is no specific requirements, but from specific country to country, they have to take a license to distribute the specific devices. Okay.
Okay. So, sir, whether it depends upon the type of product also, like for radiology, we do need a license, right?
Yeah, yes, yes. It depends on the device classification also, and the criticality is there, the storage condition. So many things will be there, right?
Okay. So, whether it will be also be audited, distributors.
Yes. It's audited. It's audited.
Okay. Okay. Sir.
Okay. And even though recommended, the ISO 13485 certificate also, if you're taking, the specific clauses with respect to suppose the manufacturing, design, development, those clauses will not applicable. Whenever coming to the distribution or installation, those things only will applicable to the distributor, not to the all the sections. It means the specific ISO 13485 certificate they will issue only for the sales and distribution. That's it. Accordingly, they will check the documentation also.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. And these are all the requirements whenever you are technical construction file or technical file, they will call the technical documentation. The manufacturers or authorized representatives shall maintain the technical file which demonstrate the technical basis for conformity of the product, the requirements of the directives or the regulations. The main element comprising a technical file are the following. It means device description, description of the medical device, list of the standards and solutions applied, design and production drawing diagrams, risk management file. In the risk management file means a risk management plan, risk management report, hazard analysis, usability report, and a post-market surveillance with respect to risk that also we have to fulfill. Design verification validation, it means a design input, output, transfer and changes, verification, validation, everything will cover in the design verification and validation. Clinical evaluation. It's a clinical evaluation means clinical evaluation plan, clinical evaluation report, and post-market surveillance, not post-market surveillance, PSUR, periodic safety update report. And all the things we have to cover in the clinical evaluation. And post-market clinical follow-up also. If anything active implantable medical device is there, that also we have to take. Detailed technical data of the essential aspect of the product. It means essential techniques means the general safety and performance requirements. It's like your product is meeting as per the safety requirements and as per the performance, and there is no difficulties is facing during the usage of the end user. Manufacturer, manufacturing and QA details. Who is the manufacturing person details and who is the quality assurance person? Why? Because the quality assurance person who have the responsibility to release the product. Compliance test reports. The compliance test report means is a various compliance test reports like a electromechanical software is there. Software IEC 62304 we have to comply. And coming to the electrical IEC 60601-1, 1-6, 1-9. So many standards is there. That's only once if you enter into here, as we told, right, a list of standards. Whatever the standards here we are maintaining, these all standards should be compliance the test reports. And the labels and IFU. IFU means information for unit. Might be you people are aware IFU. What is IFU means? The operator manual or the user manual, those things. The IFU, if you, for example, in the tablets box, you will get one leaflet. The leaflet they will call the IFU. Yeah, this is a conformity assessment we are going to do like Annex 2, Annex 3, Annex 7, Class 3, Class 2B, Class 2A. As I told, na, there is just two CE marks, the CE with number, CE without number. This is a class 1, 2A, but this 2A also CE. This as per the Annex 9. Now it is changed to the Annex 8. As per the Annex 8, this 2A is fall under into the here only. That I will give the clear cut one more PDF copy is there I will show. Declaration of conformity. As I told, declaration of conformity is nothing but your product is confirmed by the notified body with respect to the European regulations. Okay, they like a harmonized standards. The DOC is contain the following information: product identification, EU directives with the product complies, MD classification, standard used to verify the compliance with the directives, conformity assessment route, name of the notified body, signature on behalf of the manufacturer of the authorized representative, and the manufacturer name and address. You see the CE, the ID number of the notified body who certified by the, as I told earlier, the same information is percolated here. Legally sold and move freely throughout the European single market, minimum safety, minimum level of quality, health and safety, product credibility. Post-market surveillance, this is very, very important as per the current medical device regulations. Why? Because earlier there is no appropriate surveillance is not there. Now they clearly established the PMS, appropriate system for gaining and reviewing experience in the post-production phase of the product. Notify body audits, verifies that effective system is in place. Surveillance is a proportional to risk of the device. Requires periodic review of market, example, complaints, reports from the sales representative literatures, authorities, service, repair information, etc. These and all we have to monitor. Why? Because once the product enter into the market, we have to check our product performance, how it is there, how we can verify if anything modifications or any upgradations is required in our product, and any complaints is there, any literatures we have to review, any authorities are obligated with respect to our product, or any new requirements are expecting from the market or from the regulations. All the things we have to verify. Vigilance system. The vigilance system, as I explained earlier, we have to, whenever the CE mark certificate, once it is valid in the 4 years as in the MDD, and here also if we, once the certificate is going to expire, then they will come for the audit again, they will go for the CE marking. And the same way ISO 13485 also, once the certification is completed, the certificate is valid for the 3 years. First year is they are going to issue the certificate, and they will come for the, it means the first year means the 0 year the certificate issuance, the initial phase. The first year, second year will be the vigilance audit. It means the properly they are following the ISO standard, and properly they are maintaining the systems and procedures and work instructions as per the uh, ISO standard or not. And the third year they will recertify the your facility. Okay, it means the ISO 13485 will be recertified every 3 years. You see, these are the symbols. If any idea you people are getting by seeing these symbols, or did you people are find out any symbols is identified on your device? Any idea why these symbols are required? Okay, I'll explain. These symbols are to identify the specific requirements to the condition or to the status of the your product. Okay, if you see, for example, this box IVD in this box it is there. Why this specifically this symbol is there? The specific device is we are telling it is a IVD product. And this, for example, this you can see the temperature, the humidity. Okay, it's a high is of 40 degrees, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, we are going to, this is a your condition of the humidity. This is a temperature. This is a non-sterile related. This is a sterile. Two sterile means only single one time only sterile. The second time sterile is not, we can't use. It means the device sometimes if you see the sterile products, they can do the sterilization again, they will use the specific device in the operation theater. If in that scenario the specific device we can't re-sterile, that's the reason This two sterile symbol will be there. This is a this they will call, this symbol is talking about that the product is sterile. This is the controlling measure we have to take. This is a negative control we have to take. This is positive control we have to take. And this is a serial number. This is a reference number. This is a lot number. This is a manufacturer. Okay. This is a use by date. These and all for the humidity. These are all from the away from the rain. Those things. This is a electrical. This is bio recycling. This is second times we can't use. This is a IFU symbol. This is a caution symbol. Okay. This is a radioactive. We have to away from the radioactive. Okay. These and all the symbols is required. These all the symbols will be identified on your IFU or in your label. Why? Because by seeing that label, you should understand, okay, these many precautions I have to take. Okay. That is very, very important in the medical device and as per the medical device regulation system also. For these all symbols, there is a standard ISO 15223-1 standard for the labeling. We have to use that labeling standard. These some of the safety markings. You see some of the standards might be, you see this is a CCC, this is a China, this is TUV GS mark, it's a Germany related mark, and a UL mark, this is a US related mark. These all they will give you for the electrical related, and this C is a European Union countries, and the FCC logo United States. UL mark is we are meeting with respect to the specific electrical related standards, like that. By seeing this all the symbols we can understand, okay, this is Mexico, this is Korea, this and all. Okay, any doubts on this the specific presentation, or any in detail knowledge is required, let me know. Accordingly I can explain from my end. Yeah, honey, anything is there, any questions from the students?
So they are not asking questions. I don't know why. Either thing is like it is understood for them, or they are not getting anything. Either of the two things are there. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask sir related to anything. What all things are covered till now? You are getting any doubt?
Yeah, any doubts is there, let me know. Even though in general, if you have any general doubts, whenever you seen the medical device in your institute or in the hospitals, do you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, I think.
Kanaki,
Yeah.
you are having any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so Pratiksha, do you have any doubt?
Okay, you can give some time to them also,
Okay.
Hani.
Yeah.
In the afternoon session, might be we can start with the question and answers only, and after that we can start the further presentations.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we'll
Yeah.
take break. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We'll be start resuming the session by 2 o'clock again. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. You can resume back by 2 o'clock again. Now I'm going to end the meeting.
Yeah, yes. Okay, thank you. And the same link we can go in. We are going to connect, Hani, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same link.
Yeah.
Okay. One doubt is there, sir.
Yeah.
Surender is asking one doubt.
Yeah. The control negative, control positive means this is purely for the in vitro diagnostics products. Okay. True negative, true positive. Whenever the clinical performance requirements, if you see the IVD diagnostics is depends on the three reports. One is a scientific validity report, one is a clinical performance report, one is an analytical performance report. Whenever the clinical performance report, the specific reagent or specific markers we are going to use for the testing. Okay, the testing, it means we are taking healthy voluntaries and disease voluntaries, and we are going to test on the some number of the patients. The patients, how many true positive, how many true negative, and how many false positive, how many false negative, we are getting the results. That is, we are giving indication on the control negative and control positive. Got it, Surendra? It's like they will call the sensitivity and specificity, right? For example, we can take a malaria kit or dengue kit or pregnancy test kits will be there, right? We are giving some sample and they are giving a results, correct? With how many seconds it is getting the results? Within a fraction of seconds, right? Like a 10 to 15 seconds, you will get a results. It means the specific device, in vitro diagnostic device, the sensitivity is good and the specificity also good. The specificity means the results are coming accurately. It means it is giving true, it means a positive or negative. And even though the sensitivity means the number of the seconds, it means 15 seconds, 20 seconds, you are getting the results. It means the sensitivity also is more. Whenever you are going to see the in vitro diagnostic kit, like a COVID kit also, now they are claiming my specific reagents are 99% sensitive, 99% of specificity. Why they are telling? In the 100 tests, we can conclude 99 tests are positive. That is going to indicate by the control negative and control positive. That
So I think, sir, this control positive and control negative, it is only specific to the IVD devices because
IVD device. Yes.
yes, yes. So that means accuracy in case of IVD devices, we are telling it as specificity, and the
Specificity,
time taken
sensitivity.
for the test, it is called as sensitivity.
Sensitivity. Yes, correct. Yeah, that's only now the COVID test they are telling, right? 3 hours, 4 hours will give. Correct. The sensitivity means the results are coming as per the sensitivity only. It means the reacting time will be decided by the manufacturers, and accordingly the results will come. And the specificities means some kits, 100 test kits, 100 kits test will be one kit. Okay. In 100 test, some of the kits will give only 90 results. Some of the test will give the 60 positive results only. It means the specificity also very important whenever coming to the reagents and markers, which we are going to use in the diagnostic laboratory. Yeah. Any other questions?